I mean, I'm okay with 90% of the questions being Helluva Boss related. When you look at my channel, over 90% of my views are from Helluva Boss. And on top of that, that just means I get to title this video Helluva QnA, because there are Helluva Boss questions in it, and it's not clickbait.
Fuck you! You just got pranked!
Hey, you guys are watching Bird Up, the worst show on television.
Filthy prank!
Welcome to the first official 2K Celebration FP Q&A. We've got a lot of questions here. I put them on a nice little spinny wheel because I didn't really know what order to tackle these questions in. And I've got a set of other questions here on the side that I'm just going to kind of like rapid fire out because a lot of them are very like simple questions like what's your favorite food? Chicken flavored ramen. That wasn't one of the questions. I just kind of like freestyled that one because I'm like so awesome. But I want to say before anything a big thank you for all the people who submitted questions, and I am sorry that I didn't answer all of them, and I kind of had to pick which questions I wanted to answer because I got a lot. I got a lot of questions, and not all questions are created equal. But before we get into the main bunch of questions, I'm going to answer a bunch of these more shorter ones. My favorite color is purple, my favorite book is This Book Loves You by PewDiePie, and one place I'd love to visit is probably Australia. Yes, I will make it out of plat one day because I'll lose 30 games in a row and end up in gold. I have watched Adventure Time and I do plan on making some content on it in the future. My favorite One Piece character is Chopper. I'm not queer, I'm not straight, I'm some third, much more sinister thing. You'll just have to use context clues to figure that one out. And yes, I have a girlfriend. I met her 3 days ago. She goes to a different school, so you probably don't know her, but she is very real. She is very awesome and very cool, and I love her very much, and she is real. So those are the rapid fire questions. Now let's start the spinner to get into some of the real questions. What is your opinion on the critically acclaimed album known as Twin Fantasy by the humble indie group Car Seat Headrest? No funny. I think Twin Fantasy is a very good album, and I think that the re-release of it is substantially worse than the original, which had a very unique sound to it. That is my genuine answer. What is your biggest fear? Not necessarily on YouTube, but in real life? Dying. Just dying. Do you think that Helluva is actually intended for a mature audience? I'm pretty sure someone's asking this because of a tweet that VivziePop made recently, and I would have to say, yeah, I think so, because at the beginning of every episode, there's that little, like, disclaimer, like, children, fuck off! Go away! We say shit and fucking piss in this show! There's dick and boobies! Or, like, whatever the intro thing actually says. So, I think that it is intended for mature audiences. Is it actually a mature show? I don't know, because, I mean, a lot of adult animated shows tend to have, like, childish jokes in them, but Helluva Boss definitely has a certain affinity for a certain type of humor, so I don't know, but I do think that it is definitely intended for more mature audiences. Any Helluva Boss headcanons? My favorite headcanon of mine is that Stryker gets his weapons, the angelic weapons, from that one angel that VivziePop voices, who goes, no, 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 no. No. Just because I think it's really funny, and it'd be a really funny explanation for how Stryker specifically got his weapons, because it'd show that that one angel's like a hypocrite. I think that'd be great. What is your all-time favorite piece of media? Alright, I got a bunch of questions about this, so here's my favorite video game, movie, and TV show / anime. My favorite game is a game called Jet Set Radio. It is my favorite, and I am probably using it as background music for this video as I speak. My favorite movie is a movie called Ad Astra, and I really like it. It is something that hit me at a very, very interesting time in my life, and it was a really, really great experience seeing it in theater before COVID. And my favorite show is Fooly Cooly, which is only like 6 episodes long because the rest of the series doesn't exist. There's only one season of Fooly Cooly. It's only 6 episodes. That's it. If you've never watched it, I highly recommend you go see it. And again, it kind of just hit me at a really interesting time in my life. So my last 2 answers are kind of like cop-out answers because I just really like them because when I saw them for the first time, they meant so much to me. And they still do. I'd highly recommend someone watches both of them, but you'd get very different things out of either of them. I'll probably talk about them on the channel someday, and I'll probably talk about Jet Set Radio on the channel someday too. What is your favorite Weezer song? My favorite Weezer song is actually a song called Since You Came Around. It's cut off of their albums. It's on like the White Album B-sides or whatever, and I found a re-upload of it on YouTube and I just listened to it, and I don't know, man. Shit hits different. Shit hits different at the end of summer. If you're a fan of Weezer and you haven't listened to a lot of their like unreleased music, I highly recommend going to one of the many channels that archives it and just looking through all their unreleased songs and demos, because I think that the demos have some of their best work. Like, if you've never listened to Rules of Life, I can't consider you a deep Weezer fan. How have you been lately? The attention you've been getting lately is wild. How are you dealing with that, if you have to deal with it at all? I've been good. I've been doing good. Kind of tired, but that's about it. I do agree that the attention I've been getting is kind of wild, and I've just kind of been trucking on. I don't know. I mean, people watch my videos because I upload them. I guess I always expected, like, eventually, you know, sometime along the way you'd get an audience, so you kind of just have to accept that and be ready for it. You know, we've had our bumps, we've had our hurdles, but nothing like major's gone wrong, so I'm doing pretty good, all things considered. I think I'm dealing with it just fine, and I don't really think I've been thinking about dealing with it at all. I've just kind of kept on trucking. But thanks for asking. What is your out of 10 rating for each Helluva Boss episode? I'll do you one better. I'll just make a tier list and put it up on screen so that way you can see it. And yeah. I won't tell you how I rated the tier list and what metric I used, but you can probably figure out very quickly. Alright, this question is technically a double whammy, but I'll allow it. What are your current thoughts on Has Been Hotel? I'm really excited for it. I hope it's really good, and I think that it definitely has the potential to outdo Helluva Boss. I hope that they've learned a lot from Helluva Boss, and they don't make the same mistakes with it, and that they kind of, like, plan everything out, and then write it around those plans, and don't change or divert them, or if they do, it's for a really, really good reason. And I'm excited to see the show, because it's something that we've known is happening for, what, years now? So it's going to be surreal to actually see it. And would you ever do a collaboration video, or, like, a group reaction video? Absolutely. I'm down to collab with people. I guess the only thing I'd wish is that, like, the video itself was good. I'd hate to be in a collaboration that ends up being, like, a bad video. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm down to collab. My Twitter DMs are open if you want to talk about it further. And that goes out to, like, everyone. You don't have to be, like, some super massive YouTuber or anything. If I like your idea and I have time, I may stop by. You never know. Alright, this is kind of a serious one, so I'm going to stop the jokies for this one, right? Are you going to branch off and try to not be a niche channel that eventually dies as all niche and focused topic channels do? This question's been asked to me a few times in a couple of different ways, but this is like the most direct asking of it. My answer is yes. I do plan on doing other stuff that isn't just Helluva Boss and Has Been Hotel, like Vivzy Pop focused. Truth be told, I've made more videos on this channel that aren't that than are, but recently, for the past like month and a half, I absolutely have been tunneling and focusing on just making Helluva Boss themed content, because I thought that that was like what would be the best thing to do for my channel. Unfortunately, I'm stupid and dumb and silly, and what I've done now is I've firmly planted and cemented my brand as just a Helluva Boss YouTuber. So whenever I upload other stuff, I essentially get no views on it, which doesn't really matter, but it's to the point now where if I upload a video and it doesn't have Helluva Boss in the tags, it is just going to get thousands of views less than my other videos if they do have Helluva Boss in the tags, which may or may not be why this video is titled Helluva QnA. Shh. I definitely do kind of regret tunneling so hard on just this one topic, but I've learned a lot from it, and I know not to do that again in the future. I don't plan on stopping Helluva Boss content, but I'm definitely gonna like space it out more, right? There's gonna be more than a couple days between uploads, like maybe one Helluva Boss video every week, maybe 2 weeks if there's something to talk about. I think I'm done essentially content farming Helluva Boss because, truth be told, I've kind of run out of things that I really feel passionately about in sort of the show and like talking about them. And I realize that a lot of YouTubers kind of fall into this trap of, well, I'm known for this one thing, so I'm going to keep making content for it, or I'm going to start resenting my community for wanting me to make content for it when that's my entire brand. It happens to a lot of people, namely TF2 YouTubers for some reason, and I kind of don't want it to happen to me. So I'm going to keep posting whatever I want to post, and if I don't feel passionately enough about something, I'm just not going to make a video about it. So, there will still be Helluva Boss themed content on this channel, but those are going to come a little bit slower, and hopefully the videos will be a lot better because I'll be spending more time on them. There are a couple more videos I want to make on Helluva Boss before new episodes come out, but yeah, you won't be seeing them immediately like you normally do. So, those are my plans moving forward. Do you agree Yumi should be deleted from the game? This is a League of Legends question. I had to sneak one of these in here, guys. I had to, okay? League of Legends is a staple of the FP channel. And I have to tell you, I hard agree. I think I'll go one step further. I don't think Yumi should be deleted from the game. I think Yumi should have never existed in League of Legends. I think it is the single biggest misstep in League of Legends champion design they've had since, like, maybe reworked Akali. Like, it is fucking horrible on every level, and the rework to Yumi only reinforces all the problems I already had with her times 10. So, expect a Yumi rant in the future, maybe. I've been tossing around ideas of that one, because that video would get very unhinged very quickly, because I have a lot to say about that champion, and none of it is positive. Like, there's like one positive thing. I think it's funny that she's a cat. That's it. Here we have a moral quandary: unlimited bacon but no games, or unlimited games but no games. I'm gonna have to go with unlimited games but no games because bacon is haram. What are some games you like to play? Also, if/when your community gets bigger, would you consider making a Discord server? Now, between you and me, some games I like to play, obviously League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, Counter-Strike. I'm really excited for Counter-Strike 2, or Source 2, whatever they're calling it, I don't know. I'm excited for it regardless. TF2, very cool. Valorant, not as cool, but my friends play it, so I play it too. I play Ori and the Blind Forest, and I've been playing Celeste a lot recently. There's probably going to be the background footage for this Q&A video, like it was for the last video. It's a very fun game. I'm having a good time with it. I'm thinking about trying Hollow Knight and streaming it for you guys, but, I don't know. That one's still up in the air. As for the Discord question, now just keep this between you and me, but, I've heard rumors on the street that there's this new Discord server. It's brand new, it's called Function Place, it has no affiliation with me, and I think it might be linked in the top of the description of this video. It could be, I could be wrong, but it might be a place for all FP enjoyers to go and hang out with other FP enjoyers, and it might also be open right now. So this may be the announcement post for said Discord server, but keep it on the down low. You know, we don't want this operation getting too big. Too many cooks in the kitchen make the whole dish go sour, or whatever that quote is. So yeah, I have a Discord server now.
Alright, I get it!
I mean, come inside, make yourself at home.
What are your pronouns? I don't know if you've ever actually said them, and I've been using they, but I want to know what you prefer. And who do you mean in Smash? In Smash Brothers, I main Jigglypuff because I'm a degenerate, and for pronouns, I say that I go by he, him. Truth be told, I don't give a fuck. People call me she, her. People call me they, them. People call me he can get hurt. I do not give a fuck. You can use whatever pronouns you want when referring to me. It does not matter. I get misgendered in real life, online, everywhere. I've given up. I don't care. I put my pronouns in bio at one point. It didn't fucking do shit. People still kept getting it wrong. And I just don't give a fuck anymore. So, use whatever pronouns you want. But if you want to be, like, the most true to the lore, I guess you could use he, him. But, there are gonna be people who use she, her. Doesn't fucking matter. Who cares? could you explain the backstory behind your profile picture and how this character came to be? My profile picture is a character named Fizzy. It's a fox character that I've been drawing for, God, like a decade now. I doodled it in the margins of like a school textbook one day, and then eventually I just kept drawing it over and over again to the point where it was like the only thing I would draw. I have like entire sketchbooks filled with just this one character. It's actually kind of sad because it's always drawn in the same exact pose every time, and the design changes slightly each time. I used this character as a profile picture on Discord for a while, and one of my friends who is an actually talented artist named Space, they saw and they said, hey, I'm gonna draw your character. And they drew me not one, but two fucking amazing pieces of art, and I am forever grateful because they have kind of just become the channel icons for my main and second channel, and it was really nice of them to do. So, if you were wondering if I drew my profile picture, I created the character, but I did not draw the profile picture itself. That was drawn by my friend Space, whose Twitter is Autorami, I don't know how to say it exactly, but it'll be linked in the description as well if you want to go follow them for their art. It's very good, they are very talented, and I am forever grateful for drawing my channel icon that I still use to this day. Alright, that seems to be every oh. Okay, wait, we actually have one more question, so let's put that in, spin the wheel. I want to let you figure this one out on your own, because it seems like someone else in the comments was asking the same question until they realized it, so we'll figure out what the numbers 11, 25, 19 mean. It's a little bit of an ARG, consider it a little bit of an in-channel meme, and get back to me once you figure out what it means. You know, it's a little bit of a FP fan litmus test, right? Like, how do you feel about the bio? So yeah, thanks everyone who asked a question. I know I didn't answer every single one, and I probably didn't give the best answers, but it'd be fun to do this in the future again, maybe when there's like a bigger milestone. But yeah, that's about everything. So, bye.